So what's up? What's going on, everybody? JA here, and for today's new video, we're gonna be taking an early look at the upcoming Yeezy 450 Stone Flax. Now, the Yeezy 450, previously known as the 451, we've seen sketches, images, samples of these joints dating back to, I wanna say, 2018, but we didn't actually get the final form of the Yeezy 450 until Ye debuted the Cloud White colorway during Paris Fashion Week of 2020. Now, the retail version didn't actually drop until 2021, and since then, they have released an array of different colors of this model. So we're gonna be checking out the latest colorway, see how these joints stack up when compared to previous colors, and get a couple of on-feet looks of these, see how I'm feeling, and just kind of give you my overall thoughts and opinions of this upcoming release. So let me know what you guys think about the Yeezy 450. Let's go ahead and check these joints out together. So picked up this early pair from GOAT, salute to them. And I gotta say, always appreciate this small little compact box. So you guys see the 450, you got the Adidas Yeezy on the side, and then the Stone Flax. It's in my size 11. So let's go ahead and check these joints out together. Shout out to GOAT once again, or not. You got the GOAT verified for those of y'all that care. So here we have it, the Yeezy 450 Stone Flax. And I gotta say, based off my first impression, these joints are definitely a lot darker than I thought. So make sure y'all get in the comments, drop your opinions on this upcoming release. So we gotta give a big thank you to today's sponsor. Today's video is brought to you by DraftKings. So the new basketball season is set to tip off this week. Now, this past off season had plenty of storylines, but nothing compares to the excitement of a new season. So why not add a little fun to the mix? Today's video sponsor, DraftKings Sportsbook, is dishing out an awesome new offer for all their new customers. All you gotta do is sign up using my promo code Alexander. Bet $5 on any pregame moneyline wager and receive an additional $200 in free bets if your pick cashes. That's right, new customers who bet at least $5 on any team to win straight up will get an additional $200 in free bets if their team hits. Plus, with same game parlays, you can combine multiple bets from the same game to give yourself an even bigger shot at winnings all season long. Now, for those in a state where sports betting is not yet available, don't forget about DraftKings Daily Fantasy, where they have been innovating even more ways to win some cash this basketball season. Don't forget, football season is in full swing, and DraftKings has plenty of ways for you to get in on the action. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers use promo code Alexander to receive $200 in free bets if their pregame moneyline bet hits after placing a $5 wager. That's promo code Alexander only at DraftKings Sportsbook. So when the Yeezy 450 originally debuted, it got a lot of attention due to its interesting and odd design language, but at its core, the Yeezy 450 is basically a sock-like shoe, and when you take a look at the natural progression that it brings to the Yeezy design language, it really truly makes sense. So here we have the Yeezy 350 V2, which is also another sock-like shoe, which has a prime knit upper, and then of course you have the boost sole. So then you take it to the Yeezy 380, which kind of takes it to the next level. Here you have the elevated sock liner, which definitely transitions into what we have here with the Yeezy 450. And then of course, the next pair in the line, the Yeezy 500, which you can definitely see a similar design language. So it's interesting that, you know, the pieces to the puzzle are being more completed. We now have the 450, which falls right in between the 380 and the Yeezy 500. So in terms of the colorway, you have yet another monotone color, just like all of the previously released Yeezy 450s. They've all just dropped in one solid color. So I am excited to see when we get the first colorway that debuts with a two-tone color. But until then, let's appreciate these models that we have. Now, in terms of the color design, it really reminds me of the Yeezy 350 V1. If you guys recall, we had just a bunch of monotone colors. After, of course, the original Turtle Doves, every color that dropped was just a single tone. So this colorway is coming in this kind of grayish, almost brown-like color. So it's very interesting, and just like previous Yeezy releases and all Yeezys, it's sometimes very difficult to describe the color. So just in typical 450 fashion, it gets a little bit lighter, so you have a little blotch spot here on the back. But I guess you could say the main design feature of this sock-like shoe would be this beautiful, generous, chunky sole that really engulfs this sock-like shoe. So no boost in the sole. Instead, I believe what you have here is an EVA injected sole. So while it doesn't compare to Boost, it's a great alternative. These are still squishy, and I would somewhat compare this to like maybe the Yeezy Foam Runner. I don't know, you guys let me know. And I wanna say that Steven Smith had something to do with the design, but I'm not sure exactly what he designed. I think he may have possibly like tweaked the sole or something to make it a little more wearable for the retail versions. And what differs versus the prime knit that we got with the Yeezy 350 is this is more of like a knitted upper, and what the knit does is it really kind of like locks in your foot. So it really secures it, which is kind of different than the prime knit. And you will notice that this knit technology has been used in newer Yeezy models like the knit basketball, the 350 compact. So it's interesting again to see kind of like the natural progression of Yeezy models throughout the year. So we did mention you got the sole that kind of engulfs this shoe, and the sole really does wrap around your foot, and then you got the knitted prime knit upper that really locks it in and secures. But because it does really secure your feet, some people do complain, you know, that this model can be somewhat uncomfortable after several hours of wear, and I could see how around the toe area it could be a little bit tighter. So if that's the case, you guys may want to go up a complete full size. The Yeezy 450 model in terms of sizing does run small, just in typical Yeezy fashion. So I would recommend to go up a half size. And if as I mentioned earlier, you know, if you have a wider foot, you may want to consider going up a complete full size. So for example, I'm a 10.5 in pretty much all Nike Jordan models, Adidas Ultra Boost, and for Yeezys, I go a half up. So my Yeezy size I would consider as a size 11. Sometimes we go up to an 11.5. So half up at the minimum for this model, full size up if you have a wider foot. So I'm digging this model. It's a great tonal color. It's a good entry from Yeezy, but based off of what I have in my collection, I still feel like there has yet to be a Yeezy 450 colorway to top the dark slate or even the utility black colorway, which I feel like are very similar. So this is a great pair, but in terms of adding these to my collection, I would say I could possibly pass on these joints. In terms of resale value, I don't see these having much, but if these were to float maybe somewhere under retail, I could look at adding these to the collection. But in the meantime, I'll go ahead and have to pass on these. But let me know what you guys think about these. Are y'all feeling the colorway? It's great, but in terms of all of the colors that have dropped so far, I would say these are very similar to, I want to say, the Cinder pair. So if you already have those, I would say these are an easy pass. But for me, these just aren't doing enough to make me want to go ahead and cop. I think once Yeezy drops one of these with like 2 different color tones, say for example, like one solid color sole and then a different color on the upper, then I'll definitely be sold on that. But until then, you know, these will be a pass for me. I'll let you guys go ahead and pick these up. But as I mentioned, a great colorway nonetheless. So drop your feedback. Let me know you guys feeling the upcoming Yeezy 450 Stone Flax. So we're gonna wrap things up. Again, thank you to DraftKings for sponsoring today's video. I'm JA. Make sure you guys stay safe, stay blessed, and I'm out, y'all. Love.
So I won't tell you that.